What's up guys, Ricky and welcome back to the channel and part 2 of the Traject by Pt.2 first collection drop review. In a past video, we've taken a look at what the whole Traject line is all about, as well as checking out all the bottom wear as well as the belt accessory. So if you guys are interested to know more about it or are thinking to picking up some of the bottom wear, then I would highly recommend you guys to check that video out first. But a quick TLDR on what the whole Traject by Pt.2 is. It's basically a subdivision by them that focuses on the idea of made-to-order garments that provides functionality and mobility. In today's video, we will be checking out the rest of the pieces, which are the outerwears, and that is the Praetor Vest as well as the dual shirt. Now personally, I am a huge fan of the outerwears this time around, as I do think they offer something that is very different and unique in terms of silhouette wise, which I do think it manages to stand out a lot from the rest of the other pieces out there. Also, if you are ever interested in picking up something from this drop, the people over at Pt.2 have very kindly provided me with a promo code for you all that came from this channel. By using the promo code Ruby10, you are able to save yourself $10 each piece. This promo is only available for all Traject by Pt.2 bottom and outerwear only, excluding the belt and sticker pack. In full transparency, I do get a little bit from this every time you do use the promo code, so not only are you getting a better deal, but also you are helping me to sustain the channel financially, which is something I will forever be appreciative of. Do note, as of right now, they are currently out of the 4-way stretch fabric and are in the midst of receiving a new batch of fabric shipment, hence for the Slayer pants as well as the Commodious pants that utilizes the same fabric material. There will be a slight delay if you do place your orders. You are still able to order them, but just do note that they will take a much longer time in order for them to restock the fabric and to continue production. One last thing before we dive into today's video, it would be very much appreciated if you could go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below if you are new to the channel or just haven't been subscribed yet, as it really does help the channel out a long way. Also, if you are feeling generous and want to help support the channel in a much bigger way, I do have a Patreon page whereby I've only set up to be $1 a month, and all of it will go into helping me to pick up new filming equipment so I can continue to improve the quality of the videos for you guys, as well as helping to keep the lights on this channel. The first piece that we'll be taking a look at is the Praetor Vest. Now honestly, this is my first proper interaction with a vest, as I've not dwelt too much into it in the past, but safe to say after this, I'm definitely a huge fan of this silhouette. Visually, the Praetor Vest I would say is a pretty low-key piece despite having some rather interesting pockets on it, and a lot of it has to be the result of it being an all-black piece. That is why you wouldn't think that it's a very visually striking piece, but it is when you do start to take a closer look at the details, then I think this is where you will start to appreciate the design details that went into it. To start things off, they went back with a corduroy material that is the same as the Commodious pants, just that it is in black this time. Hence, it is rather thick and a slightly heavier fabric material, making it a very good piece to transition into the fall season. But for those of you who do live in a hotter weather country like myself, this can be a little bit on the thicker side for you. For $125 the overall construction and craftsmanship of this piece is made very well, and because of the slightly heavier weight, it does feel like an absolute tank and you can just wear it without much worries. My favorite detail of the vest has to be the half collar design. I absolutely love the standing look, and with most vests it usually is a high collar that wraps around the entire neck for protection from the cold wind. However, this only covers the back of the neck, which really reminds me of the flak jackets that characters such as Kakashi, Shikamaru, and many others from Naruto wore. This very small design detail does help to give it a more militaristic aesthetic. There is also a zipper on the front, and personally for me, I prefer to have it halfway instead of fully zipped up, as I like how the ends kind of protrudes out a little bit, which gives it that slight extra visual element. Located at the back of the vest is a triangle Duraflex ring for you to hang or hook the vest when it's not in use, but really it's more for visual purposes in my opinion. When it comes to sizing wise, again, I am 5'10", 141 pounds, or 177 centimeters and 64 kilograms for those of you who do live outside the US. And I'm wearing a size L here. I find that it fits me perfectly lengthwise. And as for the width of it, the vest can be adjustable to 2 different levels, which brings us to another unique detail of the vest, which are these side panels. Unlike a more common vest that has a front access, the Praetor Vest has a side access which is similar to a tactical vest, and you secure it using these 2 side panels here. Once you do have them on, there are 2 sizes that you can choose to fasten the vest through these buttons here. You do get some width differences, hence you can have it to be more loose fitting, which is how I usually have it on, or a slightly tighter fit if you choose to do so. I do quite like that they have included the capability for the vest to be adjustable so that it can accommodate a little bit more body sizes out there. And also because of the panel's design, it does give extra space for your arms to move around, and it doesn't feel like it's restricting any movement. Moving into storage and pocket wise, there are 2 main pockets on the vest which are located on the front and back. Both pockets will provide an ample amount of storage space, and they are secured nicely using some pretty strong velcro straps. Opening the front pocket, we are greeted with a couple of different compartments. There are 2 small pockets which you can use to store your phones and other EDC, giving you a total of 3 pockets on the front. There is another massive pocket located at the back which kind of resembles a mini backpack attached onto the vest. Because the entire piece is constructed using a thick corduroy material, even when you do place heavier things inside the pocket, it doesn't sag the entire piece too much, which is something that is very important if you do want to actually utilize these pockets. In terms of how I go about styling the vest, I just keep it to be very simple, but one good part about vest is that there are many different pieces you can pair it up with. You can go for a more relaxed look with oversized t-shirts when the weather is not that chilly, or sweaters if the weather gets much colder. Essentially, you have a lot of options to go about with a vest. One other thing I like is that you can kind of just switch the colors of the inner piece, and you now have a new outfit look without actually changing much. The last piece that we'll be checking out is the dual shirt, and this is hands down my favorite piece in the entire first collection drop. I'm a huge fan of it, from the features to the silhouette and kind of the whole entire design of the shirt. So let's go ahead and check out and see why is this my favorite piece. For me, I would say the silhouette is what makes this piece really unique. To start things off, I just love how minimal and simple the design is. There really is nothing that screams over the top, but there are angular designs and patterns going on, making it to look very modern and futuristic. They went back with the same collar design as the Praetor Vest with the half collar, and I think this works so incredibly well with this piece. Even the neck opening is more of a hexagonal shape rather than a traditional rounded one, and it's these little details that I absolutely love about the shirt. Just like the previous Nike Lab ACG texture that I've reviewed in the past, this piece is based off more of a shirt silhouette, but it utilizes the design functionality of a jacket with the utilization of a zipper as a closure system and just a single button on the top instead of a traditional button down, giving the overall piece a more utilitarian aesthetic. However, with this piece, they added one of my all-time favorite detail, which is a dual zipper opening. From a styling point, I just think that it looks really good. Some other unique design of this piece are the asymmetrical aspects of it, which again is something that I am in love with. In the front, both sides of the shirt have a slightly different length, and also at the back of the shoulder area, there are 2 asymmetrical stitch patterns running across it. The dual shirt comes in 2 different colorways, which is an all black and also an olive colorway. However, there are some differences when it comes to the fabric material being used here. The black colorway features a high density cotton mix that consists of 60% cotton and 40% nylon, while the olive colorway is almost a pure high density cotton with 97% cotton and 3% spandex. Therefore, in terms of the look of the fabric, the olive colorway has a much more matte texture feeling, while the black has a more traditional outerwear texture that is very slightly more silky and carries a slight shine to it due to the nylon blend. With the olive variation, it does stand out a little bit more with the contrasting black zippers and buttons, and it is ever so slightly heavier on paper, but you really won't feel much of a difference. One thing to note is that this piece does crease pretty easily. Therefore, I would say after every wash or even wear, you might want to consider to iron it or steam unless you don't mind the look of it. So I would say for future update, if they are able to kind of use or utilize a more easier to iron fabric material, then I think this would just really bulletproof this and it will be a pretty classic and timeless piece. When it comes to shirts, I've mentioned in the past, construction and overall craftsmanship is very important because it's a piece that shows pretty obviously when the construction is not done well, and safe to say there really are no obvious flaws that I can spot. Every stitch line is sewn rather straight with no visible loose threads or crooked patterns. Pocket wise, there is only one massive pocket on the front that has a side access which is nicely secured with a zipper. I love this pocket detail as the zipper is parallel to the main zipper, which gives out this very cool dual look detail. You can technically store quite a lot of things as the pocket is rather large, but personally with any shirt like silhouette, I try not to utilize it too much, especially if you plan to carry heavy things because it will sag the silhouette down. But for light items such as your face mask or just a single phone or wallet, this will be able to hold it just fine. The main feature of the dual shirt is the transformable aspect of it. You can have it on as more of a traditional shirt in its shirt mode with the zipper all the way up, giving you this very clean and simple look, or you can transform the dual shirt into more of a blazer style in the jacket mode that will give you a pretty unique aesthetic with the hybrid look between a blazer and a shirt. To transform the dual shirt into the blazer mode is actually really simple. You can just pull the zipper down around 60% of the way and fold the two sides outwards, creating a lapel kind of look, which is pretty similar concept idea to the J38LP from Acronym that was recently released. I'm an absolute sucker for pieces that are transformable, as you are technically getting two pieces for the price of one. In terms of how the piece fits overall, it does lean more towards a straight and relaxed fit. Hence, I would suggest sticking true to size for the intended look, or if you want something a little bit more slim fitting, then you can go one size down. But I wouldn't suggest to go a size up with it, as it might potentially draw on you a little bit too much. My overall thought on this piece is that I absolutely love it, and I think it's because it basically carries all the design details that I'm a sucker for, such as the dual opening zipper, transformable aspect of it, and the asymmetrical details. If you want something clean looking but still very futuristic, I cannot recommend this piece enough. It's incredibly easy to style and will blend well into your wardrobe if you are into more of a functional or even gray man style. I'm definitely starting to appreciate more shirt silhouettes these days, and I'm so happy that they came up with this design. And that was everything that was released in the first Traject by Outerwear drop. I do hope that for any of you guys who are still pondering picking up some of the pieces or are just wanting to see it in a more detailed manner before pulling the trigger, I do hope that this videos will be able to help you out. Also, if you guys have any questions regarding anything from this drop, feel free to ask down below in the comment section, and I will try my best to get back to you all as soon as possible. Also, don't forget, if you are planning to pick up any of the pieces from this collection, do use the promo code RUI10 to save yourself $10 per piece, and it also does help me to further sustain the channel financially, as I do get a little bit every time you guys do use the promo code. If you have watched all the way to this point, thank you so incredibly much, because it really does help to add in the number of hours that the channel needs in order to be qualified to start generating a little bit of revenue. If you did enjoy watching today's video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel or just haven't been subscribed yet, it would really mean the world to me if you guys can go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. That is all I have for today's video. Please be safe out there, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.